Imagine loops that think, not just repeating blindly, but making smart decisions. Today, we're transforming our basic loops into intelligent powerhouses. We'll make them selective, teach them to filter data, count specific matches, and process only what we need. Get ready to unlock the secret of smart repetition. Here's the thing about our loops so far. They're a bit, well, mindless. They process every single item exactly the same way. But think about real life. When you're looking through your backpack for your math notebook, do you examine every single item? Of course not. Once you've spotted it, you grab it and move on. That's the kind of smart behavior we need in our loops. Here's the game-changing secret. When we put an if statement inside a for loop, we create selective processing power. The loop visits everything, but the if statement acts like a super smart filter. Pure genius. Let's see this magic in action. We want only the even numbers from 1 to 20. Watch how the for loop visits every number, but our if statement only lets the even ones through. It's like a teacher checking homework. They look at every student's work, but only put gold stars on the ones that are complete. Look at that perfect result. Only the even numbers made it through our smart filter. Numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and all the other odd ones, they got politely ignored. That's the power of selective processing. Let's break down exactly how this filtering magic works. The loop is like a tireless worker who visits every single number from 1 to 20. But the if statement? That's our quality control inspector who says, yes, process this one, or nope, skip it. Teamwork at its finest. Here's something amazing. Did you know that Google's search engine uses smart loops just like ours billions of times every single day? When you search for cute cats, it loops through millions and millions of web pages, but its smart filter only shows you the ones that actually feature cute cats. That's exactly like our even number filter we've just learned. But wait, there's more. Sometimes we don't just want to find and process the matches. We also want to keep track of how many we found. Like counting how many students in class are wearing blue shirts today. Check out this clever example. We start with a count of 0, then every time we find a number divisible by 3, we bump up our counter by 1. It's like having a tally keeper who tracks our discoveries while we're hunting for treasures. Incredible. Look at all those numbers divisible by 3 and our smart counter kept perfect track. Exactly 10 matches. Our loop didn't just find them, it also counted them automatically. That's what I call working smarter, not harder. Time to test your new smart loop skills. Look at this code and think carefully. The range goes from 3 to 12, but we only print numbers greater than 8. Take a moment to trace through this. Perfect. The numbers 9, 10, 11, and 12 will be printed. Even though our loop visited numbers 3 through 12, only those greater than 8 passed our smart filter. You're getting the hang of this selective thinking. Here's a golden tip from the pros. When you're building smart loops, start simple. Get comfortable with basic conditions like greater than or equal to before you try complex ones. Build your confidence step by step. Good job! You just learned to make loops think. We've just mastered the art of intelligent loops. We learned that combining loops with if statements creates powerful smart filters. We can process only the items that matter to us. Counter variables help us track our discoveries, and selective processing makes our programs more efficient and focused. You're thinking like a real programmer now. Next up, we'll learn how to make loops even smarter by teaching them when to stop early.